Hello everyone and welcome back to a new season of Lights Camera Akron. I'm Michael Macon.
And I'm Jay Goliath. This episode, Michael checked out some cool abandoned places around Akron.
And Jay visited Annunciation Greek Fest for some must-try gyros.
All this and more coming up on Lights, Camera, Akron.
Akron's always been known for having a good underground music scene.
And ZTV alum Adam Bonomo has his own venue. Tyrese West checked it out.
Uh, and I filmed that, and then I was like, wow, this is really cool. Now I was like, I want to have like full bands now. So I contacted a local art space called Hive Mind, and I booked like some of some of my favorite artists of the time, and I was just like, hey, all of you, and they were all different genres and everything, and I was like, hey, I want to put on a show, and that was the first Alternative Attic showcase. And from there on, I just kept having more and more of them.
I feel like her heartbeat is like same speed as mine. And I think we have this like deep connection, this heart connection in her heart, that there's room for me and Mom. When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer. It's a sensory thing. It's a thing with Asperger's.
She's really good with Anya. I've seen adults react to my daughter when she has meltdowns, like she's from a different planet. And this little animal just sat next to my child and was just like, you know, it's gonna be cool. She's my superhero. Good job, kitty cat. When we adopted Lucky, we discovered all the wonderful things that make her unique.
Lucky's a little bit of a lot of things, but mostly she's pure love.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes and you come to mine. This is it, first impression, my way in. But here's the thing. Can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Can one piece of paper really tell you my whole story? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or how anytime there was an opportunity, I was the first one to step up. Because I wasn't gonna let my life, my circumstances dictate who I was gonna become. And all of that determination, the commitment, the drive, that's me. And that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume, discover new ways to develop great talent, like me.
I bet they have some really awesome shows there.
Oh, no doubt. I would love to hear a few bands play there.
Speaking of which, I stopped by the Akron Greek Festival right by campus this weekend. I got to hear a Greek band and talk to some people about what the festival means to them.
This past weekend, I had the chance to check out the annual Greek Festival held at the Annunciation Greek Orthodox Church in Akron. The festival is 3 days long, Thursday through Saturday, and has things like Greek food, Greek culture, Greek dancing, and celebrates the Greek faith. I had the chance to speak with Father Jerry Hall, the pastor at Annunciation Greek Orthodox Church, about the festival and the importance of it to the community.
This is our annual Greek festival that we have each year in the fall. We open our doors to the community, sharing Greek food, Greek culture, Greek dance, and the Greek Orthodox faith. The festival is important because, as I said, it's an opportunity for us to open our doors to the community, and it's also an opportunity for just the community, our parish community, come together to work together on a big project. And so sometimes people really have an opportunity to get to know somebody that they work side by side with for a day or 3 days during the festival, and it really builds some relationships in the community as well, that people might not have that opportunity to spend that kind of time with their fellow parishioners just coming for services on a Sunday.
He says that the festival is going on its 61st anniversary, and it started at the storefronts in downtown Akron. The church was founded in 1916, and it started in the downtown area.
We just celebrated our 100th anniversary a few years ago, and we started in the downtown area for the first 10 years. They were sort of in a house on Summit Street, and then we built this location, started making plans in 1927, and by 1930 they had moved into this facility, which was a little bit different then. We've expanded it in the early 80s to increase our seating, so made some changes over the years.
The festival is huge, and it has so much to do there.
People have an opportunity to come in and see what the interior of the church looks like. We have church tours. We also have some demonstrations of Byzantine music and talk about the iconography in our Orthodox faith. Some of the specialty items that we have in the terms of pastries, the famous one that everyone thinks about in terms of Greek pastries is baklava. We also have an excellent custard-filled phyllo pastry that's very sweet. It's called galaktoboureko. That's excellent. The parish ladies made 14,000 of these sort of braided butter cookies that we call gouladakya. So those things are available. We have gyros, souvlaki, these are called pasticho, called moussaka, Greek-style chicken, and of course lamb as well.
Besides food, dancing, bands, and faith, they also have vendors like Sisters from a convent in Pennsylvania, handmade chocolate vendors, jewelry vendors, and a flea market type setting. Overall, the festival was so much fun, and I can't wait to go back next year. Reporting from ZTV's Lights Camera Akron, I'm Jay Golga.
That was awesome, Jay. Thankfully, I got a chance to stop by there Thursday, grab some food, see everything they got. I definitely wasn't disappointed.
Yeah, they have so much there, and it's just a walk away from campus.
That's great. And also just a walk away is the Akron Art Museum, where Naquan went to see a cool exhibition they got going on right now.
The University of Akron is always making great partnerships within the Akron community. One of the latest partnerships is the Akron Art Museum right behind me, which allows faculty, students, and staff to get into the museum for free. And all you need is a valid zip card.
We expect this to be a long-standing partnership that continues to grow.
Recently, the University of Akron and the Akron Art Museum began a partnership that allows UA students, faculty, and staff free access to the museum and all its opportunities. Annie Hansen, the UA Director of Community Relations and Engagement, says that the UA community has always used the museum as an arts and culture resource since the museum started over 100 years ago.
Our partnership has kind of ebbed and flowed over the years, but about a year ago when we started to talk about this new opportunity, our campus got really excited about it.
The free access to the museum was funded through UA's General Fund.
Now, there is a financial cost that comes with that, and it's a partnership relationship. So the university gets as much out of that relationship as the Akron Art Museum.
Seema Rao, the Senior Experience Officer at the Akron Art Museum, says that they are very excited to offer free admission.
The thing about running a museum is that, as you can see, this beautiful building, which I always think looks like a little like a spaceship, it's super dynamic. It costs a lot of money to run, but it's worth it. It's worth it to have these things open. So we, from our side, cover any kinds of additional operating costs. It's just part of being open for people.
While you're at the museum, there are plenty of activities for you to get immersed into, including world-class contemporary art and games.
So one thing you can enjoy is just being in a space. I know sometimes you just need to get away from class, you need to get away from the office, and this is a beautiful space to be in. In the winter months, we have a kind of happy hour. We have fun things. It's in the middle of the month on a Thursday, because we're always open late on Thursdays. And so the one that's coming up is going to be board games and video games.
What Seema hopes is that people have a yearning to return to the museum because it has such a great experience.
And I think everyone's looking for a really great experience, right? You have so much going on in your life. And my job is that you come here and you have this really great experience. And it makes you think, I want to come back. I want to bring my friends. And then, many of your college students, you're going to move away from here. And that you also think museums are a place for me, because they are.
The partnership is currently only supposed to happen for the 2019-2020 academic year, but both UA and the Akron Art Museum hopes this partnership will continue for years to come.
So far, we think that the relationship and the partnership are going really well, and we hope that the visitor number continues to grow and that all of our campus community will use this resource often throughout the year.
What I would say is that it's actually everybody's job to make this partnership successful. So it's obviously we have lots of emails and important, all these director people send emails to each other, but truthfully the partnership's successful when students and faculty of UA and staff just walk in here.
Reporting from the Akron Art Museum, I'm Naquan James for ZTV's Lights Camera Akron.
They really do have some beautiful artwork there.
Well, it is an art museum, Jake.
Hey, easy.
JK.
Didn't you make a package, though?
Oh, yeah, no, I did. The other day, I was just driving around. I was like, I'll film some abandoned stuff in Akron, so.
Let's take a look.
Hey LCA fans, this is Michael Macon with Lights Camera Akron, and today I'm going to be taking you on a little tour around our city to check out some of the coolest abandoned places there are. First up, I'm at pretty much the closest I can get to what used to be the biggest mall in the area, Rolling Acres Mall. Now it's actually going to be taken over by an Amazon facility. There's going to be over 1,500 workers working there. Right behind me is the last still standing anchor of this mall. Now this is just our first stop, so let me show this to you guys and then we'll check something else out. Unfortunately, I was never able to check out this place when it was still open and just a dead mall. A little guilty pleasure of mine. But even a year ago when I drove by, all the anchors were still there. In July of this year, Amazon bought the land, tore down what was left, and is currently working on a new distribution center. It's sad to see something that was once so thriving just fall apart, but it's kind of poetic that an Amazon center is being put in its place. One of the biggest blows to Rolling Acres was its surrounding area. When your neighborhood is crumbling and your clientele can't afford to go shopping anymore, it's kind of a recipe for disaster, not to mention the history of violence at this place. Next place I decided to check out is one you UA students ought to know. So guys, as promised, I made it here today to the Rubber Bowl. Now unfortunately, most of it is blocked off, so I'm not really able to get inside or check out most of that, but I did grab some pictures for you guys, and it's really awesome here. There's a lot of graffiti, but there's also just so much history here at this place. The Rubber Bowl was Akron's football stadium from 1948 to 2008, 70 whole years. Located by the old Akron Municipal Airport, the Zips had some of their best ever seasons here. Sadly, I wasn't able to get too many shots here due to restricted access, but you should definitely check it out before it's all gone. The facility was formally condemned in 2017, and partial demolition happened in 2018, and since then has stalled, and the side on the hill is still standing. Next stop. So guys, we've made it to our final destination today, and I am at Chapel Hill Mall in Akron, Ohio. And while this place is still open, I'm currently standing in front of what used to be Sears, which recently closed back in 2017. Now along with that, one of their other anchors, Macy's, recently closed in 2016. So in the past few years, this mall has seen a really big decline, and currently their only anchor left is JCPenney's, and the inside of the mall is about 50% empty as well. So I'm gonna walk around here, take some pictures and videos, and tell you guys a little bit about the mall, and check out the inside as well. So, I know I told you guys I was going to check out the inside, but I ran into this. Yeah, unfortunate, but nonetheless, from my experience on the inside of the mall and on the outside, it's quite apparent that a lot of things are neglected. It's unlikely that any retail stores will ever go into these anchors ever again in their condition, and I feel a strong vibe here that in a few years, Chapel Hill, without a new buyer for redevelopment, will suffer the same fate as Rolling Acres. Although the mall was renovated in the mid-90s, it never really helped pick up business and has been in a steady decline ever since, except for the past 3 years where it's dropping rapidly. Chapel Hill, actually 7 years older than Rolling Acres, built in 1968, has outlived its much larger brother, although it looks like it's coming to an end. Well guys, our abandoned adventure has come to an end, but I know I had a fantastic time doing this, and I really hope that my curiosity sparked some in you guys to go check out some of these cool places like I did today. I know I had a lot of fun doing it, and I hope you had a lot of fun watching it, so go check it out yourself sometime soon.
Juan, it's an emergency.
Caleb, what's wrong?
It's Goof.
I'm on my way.
It's worse than I thought.
Hey, you piece of
Akron After Hours is a show on ZTV. It is a sketch comedy show that makes people laugh. Ha ha ha. It is a fun, light-hearted time, and everyone on the show loves it. Just look at the producer. He loves every second of being on Akron After Hours. Be sure to keep up to date on all of the laughs this semester.
Yo, Scott.
Hey.
I'm heading out, man. You want to ride?
No, I got my car, but I actually really need to go to the bathroom.
Oh, you know what? I was just in there. The line is like 10 people long.
You know, I think I'll just...
Dude, are you okay?
You wouldn't believe what I was just thinking. I am definitely buzzed.
Yeah.
I think I will take this, and I will take that ride home.
Smart man.
Did you see how that dog was looking at me?
Hi, I'm your host, Smokey Colbert. Filling in for Smokey, because after 75 years of...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Turns out there's much more to say. Nearly 90% of wildfires are caused by us humans being careless, dumping our used barbecue coals willy-nilly. I guess Billy was wrong. We did start the fire. That's why I respect Mother Nature and her trees, whether coniferous or new car scented. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the show again.
Let's send it over to Nako and James for this week's headlines.
Michael and Jay, there are so many things that has happened at UA since we returned for the fall semester, so let's get started with a question. What do a Native American headdress, a Valentine's Day postcard, and a Bloomingdale shopping bag have in common? They're all items that can help us interpret the human experience, and they are all on display at the University of Akron in the Doctors Nicholas and Dorothy Cummings Center for the History of Psychology. The center's renovation is now complete, marked by a grand opening recently happening on September 14th of its Institute for Human Science and Culture on the top 2 floors of the building. These floors feature galleries, a library, and classrooms. A large storage area with a workshop allows students to handle and catalog items from the various collections. In addition to sharing collections, the IHSC will offer credit-bearing courses to students, including some designed and taught by practitioners, professors, and community experts in collaboration with the Institute's staff and advisory board. The most distinctive program is the Institute's 18-credit undergraduate certificate in museum and archive studies. Students enrolled in the program have the opportunity to work with experts from a variety of disciplines across UA. They will also get hands-on experience working with the collections at the Institute. Quote, the Institute is a new adventure in multidisciplinary hands-on education centered on cultural artifacts and reaching across disciplines to find the stories that connect us, explained Dr. Jody Kearns, director of the Institute. We want to reach out to the widest possible community and student audience in order to draw in and connect students of all levels and experiences with like-minded learners and mentors, end quote. The University of Akron has a new president. Effective October 1st, Dr. Gary L. Miller will take over the role. He currently serves as chancellor at the University of Wisconsin-Green Bay. He will be UA's 18th president. Quote, after a careful, thorough, and inclusive candidate search, our board of trustees unanimously chose Dr. Miller to lead the University of Akron into the future, said board chair Joseph M. Gingo. Quote, Dr. Miller has an outstanding record as an effective higher education leader and consensus builder. He brings not only 2 decades of senior level higher education leadership, but also firsthand experience as a member of the teaching faculty and as a researcher. My board colleagues and I believe he is the right person at the right time to lead our university, end quote. President-elect Miller said, quote, I am honored and excited by the prospect of leading the faculty and staff of the University of Akron. They have done much in a very short time to ready this university for reaffirmation, renewal, innovation, and growth. I see a university well positioned for the creative, institutional, and community discussions needed to develop a new, forward-projecting design, end quote. We wish President-elect Miller well as he takes over this new position as UA's president. Well, that's all I have for this week's headlines. For the latest news, you can always visit www.uakron.edu. Reporting from the studio, I'm Naquan James for ZTV's Lights, Camera, Akron.
Thanks, Naquan.
Unfortunately, guys, that's all the time we got.
Be sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at ZTV LCA for the latest. I'm Jay Goliath.
And I'm Michael Macon. Thanks for watching Lights, Camera, Akron.
This program was produced by ZTV at the University of Akron. Do you want to gain experience in video production, professional social media, or working with real clients? Visit the UA School of Communications online or follow us on social media to learn more. ZTV, make media, make a difference.